Good afternoon. Time for TV47 at 1. My name is Alela. We go straight to the stories of the day, and where 3 members of the same family have died after a pre-dawn fire razed their home in Murara village, Runyenjes constituency, Embu County. The victims, 2 sisters and their grandson, were trapped inside the timber house as the fire spread rapidly. Police have launched investigations into the cause of the blaze. Susan Locho with the data.
A lifetime of memories has been reduced to ashes. Charred timber, twisted iron sheets and scattered debris are all that remain of a home where 3 members of the same family lost their lives.
Tukakuta kwa mboma ya mzee Reti anaitwa Kinywa. Nyumba ya watoto yake imechomeka na watu 3 wakachomekea ndani.
The victims, 2 sisters aged between 55 and 60 and their 23-year-old grandson, were inside their 3-room timber house when a fire broke out before dawn.
Nyumba ilikuwa ya mbao, nyumba ya room 3, na watu wamejaribu kuzima moto na imeshindikana.
Neighbors rushed to the scene after hearing cries for help, but the flames spread too quickly, engulfing the house before any rescue could be mounted. Village elders say the cause of the fire remains unknown and have urged investigators to establish what triggered the blaze.
Tulikuwa tumejaribu kupima huu moto, tukashindwa kwa sababu ulikuwa umezunguka nyumba yote.
Police have cordoned off the scene and launched investigations, while the bodies of the 3 victims have been moved to Embu Level 5 Hospital mortuary pending post-mortem examinations. As investigators search for answers, a family has been wiped out and a village left mourning a tragedy that unfolded in just a matter of minutes. Susan Locho for TV47.
President William Ruto has signed the Sovereign Wealth Fund Act 2026 into law, establishing Kenya's first sovereign wealth fund to save and invest part of the country's mineral and petroleum revenues for future generations. Under the new law, 30% of all mineral and petroleum revenues will be channeled into the Sovereign Wealth Fund, with the government saying the fund will help preserve the country's natural resource and, of course, strengthen economic resilience as well as support long-term national development. The fund is also expected to provide a financial buffer during economic shocks while financing strategic infrastructure and other priority investments.
Reserves is going now to maybe 7 months of import cover. I think just yesterday or the day before, we are almost tripling our foreign exchange reserves in Kenya. That is extraordinary. And I want to thank these great men and women who have assisted me in putting this together with a lot of courage and with a lot of focus. Numbers are beginning to show. Just yesterday or the day before, UNCTAD released their report, and Kenya has increased its foreign direct investment from $1.5 billion 3 years ago to $3.2 billion today. And we are moving. I have asked the Deputy President to chair the government committee that is going to work with private sector investors and players for what will be one of the largest investments in our country. The investment in the East African oil refinery, a 2.2 trillion shilling investment in our country. And we have already set a date for the groundbreaking. just for your information. So we are taking steps in making sure that we take.
Former Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of delivery and government efficiency, Eliud Owalo, has officially launched the People's Prosperity Party, declaring his intention to challenge President William Ruto in next year's general election on a platform of tax cuts and economic reforms. Speaking during the launch of the party, Owalo said that Kenya needs a fresh start and pledged sweeping tax reforms aimed at easing the cost of living and stimulating economic growth. Now, among proposals, Owalo promised to reduce the top income tax rate from 35% to 29%, lower VAT from 16% to 10%, abolish digital tax, and cut corporate tax by 5% at that is point. Now, he said the reforms would make Kenya more competitive, attract investment, and ease the tax burden on households and businesses.
For 63 years, which is very painful, by the way, for 63 years, Kenya's career political class has presided over one of the greatest betrayals of the Kenyan people and his of our resources. At independence, we celebrated freedom, but many post-independence leaders became crocodile liberators. They delivered us from colonial rule, promised milk and honey, then led us into vampire states that prosperity drained the wealth, livelihoods and vitality out of ordinary citizens, impoverishing them beyond dignity while enriching themselves and their crony capitalists. Shame on you. What kind of Kenya have this career?
A standoff has ensued between Kenya Wildlife Service KWS and Mara leaders in Kajiado over the Amboseli National Park Management transition. The transition implementation agreement indicates the first phase over 50-50 revenue sharing in the transition program and will commence on July the 1st, 2026, and the county government of Kajiado will take over 100% in the 2027-2028 financial year. The state parastatal is yet to honor this agreement, as announced by President William Ruto during the Ma Cultural Week at the Amboseli National Park in November last year. A section of Kajiado County leaders led by Governor Joseph Ole Lenku has come out gun blazing and further insisting that the county will take over the park management by all means, giving KWS a severe or 7-day ultimatum to ensure smooth transition, terming the park as the Ma community heritage. Kajiado South Member of Parliament Samuel Parashina accused the KWS of using non-state actors to detail or derail the process at the expense of the local community that has coexisted with wildlife for years.
I think he's trying to create tension.
Sisi wakati rais aliturudishia Amboseli kupitia viongozi wetu, tuliongoja iwekwe mikakati yote ile ambayo alikuwa imekubaliwa, na tulikuwa tunajua ya ukweli tarehe 1 Julai mwaka huu. Hata sisi tulikuwa tunauliza county government, tuko tayari kupokea ile share yetu, sababu hatukutoa ardhi bure, tulitoa tufaidikie, tulitoa kulinda wanyama wetu, na tulishangaa tunaposikia ya kwamba Kenya Wildlife Service wanasema hakuna jambo ilifanyika kutoka kwa serikali.
Siku ambayo kaunti ilikuwa ichukue ilikuwa tarehe 1 Julai. Sasa kaunti wanakuja kuchukua, KWS wanaanza kusema hatujapata communication from who? Hakuna communication. KWS mlikuwa mnangojea ni kwamba mlikuwa muondoke. Na sisi tumekubaliana kama viongozi, Amboseli ni ya Kajiado na iko ni ya community yetu ambayo tuko hapa sasa hizi.
Government through the Ministry of Tourism, a former task force led by Engineer Maliti, and citizen participation across the 47 counties was done. All was a resounding verdict that Amboseli truly belonged to Kajiado County government.
All right, so presidential aspirant Jimmy Wanjigi has criticized Kenya's debt levels, calling for economic reforms that he says would ease pressure on citizens. Speaking during a town hall meeting in Nakuru, Wanjigi said that rising debt and taxes were affected or have affected Kenyans' livelihoods, and he said his leadership would prioritize policies aimed at putting more money into citizens' pockets and promised to review that and what he termed as illegal debts if elected. He also engaged residents on constitutionalism, rule of law, and other community concerns.
Watu wa Nakuru City. Oi.
Sasa nataka kiongozi akifika.
Ushuru ni 2.5, 2.6. Okay? Hiyo sasa imefika, ya Uhuru ilikuwa 4 times. Hata alishinda Moi. From 2 trillion to 9 trillion ni 4.5 times. Okay? Moi alikuwa 3 times. Kibaki 2 times. Sasa Uhuru 4.5 times. Sasa Kasongo amefika 5.5 times. Na ni miaka 4. Uhuru, we are talking about 10 years. Huyu ni miaka 4. Okay. So niambie, kwa sababu hii kitu haiendi chini na tunalipa. Na ile percentage analipa imeshinda 84, ni 91%. Yani kwa shilingi 100, 91 shilling inaenda kulipa hiyo madeni.
Stakeholders in the water sector have emphasized the need to address non-revenue water through practical solutions aimed at curbing water leakages and illegal connections to ensure that communities have access to clean water. Now, speaking during the NRW dinner event held in Naivasha, Head of Public Service, Amos Gadecha, said that water is now a strategic resource that supports public health, food security, industrial development, and environmental sustainability. Stakeholders at the event also called for greater conservation and conservation of natural resources to safeguard the country's water future.
Focus for us in this summit was to market our products and, of course, pitch our products, let the communities know that there are better solutions for accessibility to clean and safe water for consumption. And clean and safe water is important to every human being that lives on this planet. If we do not take care of our natural resources, then we are deemed for failure.
According to Impact Report 18, which was released just 2 weeks ago, the NRW was at 48%, and that is the water lost through physical, commercial, and through theft and other illegal connections. So we join here other Kenyans to make sure that this NRW issue is being sorted out, so that we will also reduce this percentage together with other Kenyans to maybe a benchmark of 25%.
Industrial development, environmental sustainability, and the overall well-being of our people. When water is lost through leakages, illegal connections, aging infrastructure, or operational inefficiencies, the consequences extend far beyond financial losses. The greatest cost is borne by the consumers. It is borne by households that experience frequent interruptions in water supply. It is borne by schools, health facilities, and businesses that struggle to operate without reliable water.
All right, education stakeholders are calling for greater emphasis on talent development in schools, warning that an excessive focus on academic performance risks overlooking learners' abilities in sports, the arts, and other co-curricular fields. They say the competency-based curriculum or education that is provides an opportunity to nurture diverse skills from an early age. Now, the calls came during a talent exhibition at Precious Bonanza School in Chuka, where the learners showcased their abilities in music, chess and karate. Speakers said that co-curricular activities can help build confidence, discipline and problem-solving skills alongside academic learning. They urged schools, parents and the government to work together to ensure the full implementation of the CBE curricula and create equal opportunities for learners to develop their talents.
The importance of nurturing these talents is, one, they sharpen the child's brain. They make school life very interesting. Then also, it enhances discipline. Because as we all know, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. But when children are kept busy positively, then they are able to concentrate and they don't think of other things that can disrupt school running all their lives.
Learners have discovered various skills, and these activities have really helped them in CBE, because they don't only do activities in class, and the outdoor activities have really helped them, because you come to realize that most of these learners do not perform well in classes, but when it comes to outdoor, these learners are able to shine.
It has made me even sharper in academics, and it has expanded my thinking in various ways, not only in the class, but also critically in the real world. And also, it has made me more disciplined in various areas.
15 minutes past 1 p.m. East African time. Let us take a quick short break. We come back with more on TV47 at 1.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning. You have my rent? Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza hii yako. Hamna pesa. I need 3 G's to make my nails today. Sasa hivi natuhusu aje?
Can I order now? Do you ship? Can I get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na trade. Nimeekelea kitele yangu. Kitele yangu na trade. Nikikunyuma. Oh my God. You left me. Nitumie ni line. Uko nje kuna wifi. Why? Hi-Fi? Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea.
The
cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero make a beauty product.
Na ameenda.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
We won't entertain divas. No. I'm not dealing with a man child.
Amazing. Nishapenda hii energy.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that our hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in East and Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
This is a very serious place.
I see that.
Surely. Hey, nyumba.
This is the place.
Just for a few days.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat. It's a chair. It was hers. You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm. This place is run by structure. Structure. It is a system. Ni venye tu ni system haisikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
I just want to be in the zone.
Nairobi, where the hustle never sleeps and neither do the scammers.
Link Up, we are talking about something that's affecting all of us. We are talking trust.
We're diving into the campus life.
Stay fresh, stay safe,
stay linked up.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in East and Central Africa and its environment.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. This is TV47 at 1. Now, communities living within the Loita Forest in Narok County are turning to indigenous crop farming to diversify their livelihoods while helping protect one of Kenya's most important indigenous forests. Conservationists say the shift is reducing pressure on forest resources, improving food security, and demonstrating that environmental protection and economic empowerment can go hand in hand, as Mike Chelo details.
Deep within Narok County, the Loita Forest, known to the Maasai as Naimina Enkio, or the Forest of the Lost Child, has sustained generations in pastoralism. Today, a quiet transformation is taking root as more families embrace indigenous crop farming alongside livestock keeping. Residents say diversifying into farming has strengthened household food security, created additional source of income, and enabled families to meet essential needs, including education and healthcare, while reducing dependence on the forest.
Kilimo saa hizi inaweza kukusaidia, inakusaidia unauza chakula, unabakisha tu ya watoto kula, na hiyo ingine unauza, unalipia watoto fees, unaongeza wanyama wako.
Zamani sisi wa Maasai tulikuwa wafugaji wa ng'ombe kabisa. Tulifuga ng'ombe mingi sana na tulikuwa tunatumia kwa chakula na kwa kusomesha watoto, lakini maisha ikaje kabadilika. Siku hizi tunapanda pia, tunafanya ukulima kwa wingi.
Conservation stakeholders say expanding sustainable livelihoods is helping safeguard the Loita community forest by easing pressure from activities that threaten its biodiversity, while encouraging communities to become active stewards of the ecosystem.
Using the indigenous knowledge, we are training them that, yes, we can coexist with the forests, and us as people, we can coexist.
Agricultural and environmental experts say the region's fertile soils offer significant potential for climate-smart farming. They argue that with proper land use planning, communities can increase agricultural productivity, preserve traditional pastoral livelihoods, and protect one of the Kenyan's last remaining indigenous forests.
Watu wakiweza kujigawa vizuri, kuna sehemu ya ulishaji, kuna sehemu ya ukulima. Nafikiri hawa watu wanaweza kaa vizuri na nafikiri umaskini itapungua katika area hii.
Mike Chelo, TV47.
Thank you, Mike. Now, more than a decade after a landmark African Commission ruling recognized the Endorois community's rights to ancestral land, leaders are renewing calls for the Kenyan government to fully implement the decision. Speaking during the burial of veteran rights champion Richard Yegon in Kaptombe's Baringo South, the local leaders urged immediate compensation, land restitution, and a recognition of the community's ownership rights. They have depended, or they said that they have depended so much so on poverty, landlessness, and historical injustices, while emphasizing that conservation should protect both wildlife and indigenous communities.
Tuna rai sana serikali na ile department ambaye
wanahusika na hii mambo waweze kuchukua kwa kipaumbele na waweze kuona haja ya kusaidia na kuweza kuwezesha fidia iwezekane kwa wale ambao waliathirika sana sana katika mgao wa ardhi ya Lake Bogoria.
Ile kesi ambaye jamii yetu ya Endorais walikuwa wamepigania na wakashinda kule Kambia, kunafaa kuwa na land compensation katika community ya Endorais yetu, kwa sababu kuna ile mashamba watu walipoteza mashamba yao kupitia hii game reserve ambaye ilisombwa na maji. Kuna mambo mingi ambayo tunafaa kufuatilia kama viongozi. So
hii hawajakuwa compensated, yaani kupewa kitu ya kusema pole kwa kupeana ardhi yao kwa serikali for the creation of Lake Bogoria National Game Reserve.
Kilifi leaders have urged the national government to compensate landowners and squatters to pave the way for the expansion of Malindi International Airport, saying that the delay is hurting tourism in the region. Kilifi Senator Stewart Madzayo and a Malindi Member of Parliament Amina Mnyazi also called for the opening of the Ronald Ngala Utalii College in September as promised. They said the two projects are critical to boosting tourism, attracting investment and creating jobs.
We want to be assured that whatever the minister pronounced is going to be a reality, and that Ronald Gideon Ngala will open its doors and the students will go in. Why are we saying that? We are saying that because this is now almost like the high tourist season now. We expect more tourists to come from all over the world.
Masuala ya Malindi Airport ni kitu ambacho tumeipatia kipaumbele. Kila ninapozungumza na rais mwenyewe His Excellency William Samoei Ruto analijua jambo hili. PS tukitoka hapa ni mimi na wewe wote tukashikane, tuende tukamsukume tu, kwa sababu bado kitu kidogo tu hii masuala ya Malindi Airport tuweze kuisawazisha.
The stakeholders have petitioned the government to open access for more flights to come in so that we can be able to increase the numbers. I'm taking up that with the minister and with the relevant government authorities so that we can be able to open our airspace so that we have more international tourists coming to Kenya.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning. You have my rent?
Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza simu yako.
Hamna pesa. I need 3 G's to make my nails today.
Sasa hivi natuhusu aje?
Can I order now? Do you ship? Can I get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na trade. Nimewekelea kitele yangu. Kitele yangu na trade. Nikikunywa maji.
Oh my God.
You left me. Nitumie ni line.
Uko nje kuna wifi.
Why? Hi-fi?
Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea. The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero umeka kwa beauty product.
Na ameenda.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
We won't entertain divas.
No. I'm not dealing with a man child.
Amazing. Nishapenda hii energy.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in East and Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
This is a very serious place.
I see that.
Surely. Hey, nyumba.
This is the place.
Just for a few days.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat.
It's a chair.
It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm.
This place is run by structure.
structure. It is a system, ni venye tu ni system haisikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
I just want to be in the zone.
Nairobi, where the hustle never sleeps and neither do the scammers.
Link Up, we are talking about something that's affecting all of us. We are talking trust.
We're diving into the campus life.
I just want to be in the zone.
Stay fresh, stay safe,
Stay linked up.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers.
Right, so we close it at that point. I see you again at 4 p.m. with more news. So my name is Alela. It's good to have you.